Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Moms Making Money Show. I'm your host, Amie Pederson, business mentor and confidence coach for new and emerging female entrepreneurs. I wanted to take a moment and let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by our very own 6-month mastermind, The Recipe for Success. And I named it The Recipe for Success because it's all the ingredients that you need to go from being the free chips and salsa to being the whole enchilada. It is every step that you could possibly think of along the way, including our expert vault on everything from writing the copy on your sales page to Facebook ads, everything, including the things that sometimes get overlooked, the accounting, investing, and all of that kind of behind the scenes stuff that sometimes doesn't get addressed, but it's so super important. So I wanted to take a minute and welcome you guys to apply for this 6-month mastermind. It will be open twice a year, so enrollment will be closing soon. I would love to have you guys in there. I would love to help you guys grow your business. And if it's a good fit for you, I would love to see you guys join. With that said, let's get started. Today we have Lauren Cohen with us, and she is the Scale Up Navigator. Lauren, tell us what it means to be the Scale Up Navigator, what that is exactly, and tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming the Scale Up Navigator.
Sure, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, Amie.
The pleasure is all mine.
Thank you. So my name is Lauren Cohen, and I am a lawyer. I feel like I'm at AA, and I'm a lawyer. So I've been working with companies for a really long time all over the world, helping companies come into the U.S., helping U.S. companies raise foreign capital and domestic capital, helping them get funded. And I kept seeing a recurring theme among these companies that were ready to scale, but they didn't have their foundation in place, or they were missing pieces of their foundation, meaning they may have had the wrong corporate entity, they may not have insurance, any number of different things that would cause them to fall short on the when it comes to like making sure that your foundation is strong. So I kept seeing this, and all of my colleagues spending a lot of money on coaching and not really spending any time, money, or effort on building that strong foundation, making sure that everything is ready for the increased profits that the coaching will bring. And so I decided to build an assessment tool, which leads into my company being the single point of contact as the navigator of all things related to your foundation, so that you can raise money, ignite rapid growth, and access lines of credit, and really have a good exit strategy, potentially attract either investors or buyers for your business. So my tagline, or my why, is that my company specializes in guiding entrepreneurs who are ready to really scale their business by navigating through the difficult water, so that they can so that they can avoid the now what, because all of us have those every day,
right?
And access lines of credit and funding, and ignite rapid growth. So it's really a great way to have a single point of contact to help you with all of that unfun stuff, the legal and foundational stuff that most entrepreneurs want to avoid.
And that's important. I think a lot of people tend to forget about the legal and even like the accounting and the tax side of things when they dive into a business, because
Yes.
they think about all the really awesome stuff that comes
Yes.
along with it, like, the freedom and that laptop lifestyle. But it is so important to make sure that you're doing things legally and ethically and, in accordance with state and tax laws and all that kind of stuff. So when you first got started on this journey, you were already, an attorney at that point. What kind of challenges did you face making this kind of shift? Did you have any like outside chatter, like, oh my gosh, you're a lawyer and this is what you've chosen to do? Was there any kind of...
Oh my gosh, I still have that. Because
okay.
this endeavor that I'm in now, my Scale Up Checkup, Scale Up with the assessment, is new. I've been an entrepreneur for 11 years, but my existing business was more legally driven, I guess, in terms of I was a concierge, being the hub, just like I am in Scale Up. But
Right.
I did make the transition from being a lawyer to an entrepreneur about 10 or 11 years ago. And it definitely was life-changing. And I still hear chatter. I mean, I think entrepreneurs that don't hear chatter are probably lying, because I think the chatter is very pervasive, and you wonder, like, what am I doing? And especially, I'm a single mom. So it's even more pervasive, because sometimes I wonder if I'm being, responsible and all of that kind of thing. So, but at the end of the day, you have a calling and you really can't sometimes help it. You have to follow your heart and your gut and your passion. And that's, I think, what being an entrepreneur is about. If you're not passionate about it, it's not going to work.
Right. Then it's just another job, really,
It's another job. Yeah, it's another job. And another job is not what we're here to make an impact and make a difference in the world and help others. And that's what I'm all about. And that's why I created this, because I saw that there was this pervasive need for somebody that they could actually count on to actually have their back. I think that entrepreneurs, we all suffer from a little bit of isolation.
Yes.
Because we're stuck in our sometimes we're working from home and not having enough collaboration, and we're struggling with that. So this is part of why a lot of us go to coaching programs. But the reality is that we need to know that we have people that we trust on our team, and that's where and why I developed this.
Yeah. And that's so important. And it's so funny that you bring up, feeling isolated, because it's almost like a double-edged sword. And you probably can agree with this. It's kind of neat because you get out there and you're networking with all these amazing, women and people who need your service and how you can help them. But then it's kind of, and you probably even I've made a ton of friends in the online space
Sure.
who are my friends in real life now, but it is still and can be lonely because, you have people in your life, close friends, family members, extended family members who just don't get it. They think the only way to earn a living is to have, a job, and you go in Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or whatever, and you bust your butt and collect a paycheck. They don't understand how you can have, you can have your own business without having, that brick and mortar storefront.
Yes, right, exactly. And actually, it's funny you say that, because what I'm building is like a virtual bricks and mortar, which I think is the way that the world is going, because I'm building a version of Angie's List for B2B services, so that business owners and entrepreneurs can access vetted professionals to provide the range of services they need through this single point of contact and accountability partner. That's my company. So kind of it's really a virtual bricks and mortar, as I say. And I think that that's where the world is going today.
I think so too. I mean, you think about all the different, even I think doctors now, my doctor, she does, phone calls now. She's like, oh, you live an hour away? Cool. I'll just call you and charge you the same amount of money. No big deal.
Yep. Right. Exactly. Yep. That's telemedicine is the way things are, for sure. Absolutely.
Right. So if you don't have to do a lab, or in your case, if you don't have to, come in and have papers notarized, something where you actually physically have to be there, then why the heck not?
Right.
I think it's wonderful, personally.
Me too. Yes, especially us busy moms. Yep.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love all of this. So can you tell us a little bit more, give us a little bit more in-depth look into, your business offer and scaling up? And I know you have a free offer for us too, so we'll dive into that closer to the end. But anybody who wants to take a look at that free offer, the link for that will be in the show notes. So just be sure that you grab that, and we'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. So I'm sorry, you wanted me to tell you about the free offer specifically, or you wanted me to tell you about, I wasn't quite understanding. I apologize.
Sorry about that. If you want to tell us a little bit more about what it means to scale up and,
Sure.
specifically, dive into your business a little bit,
Sure.
and just let the listeners know, what exactly you offer.
Sure. So, scaling up is kind of stage 2 of your business, although I do work with a lot of startups. Usually it's moving from a solopreneur to a larger enterprise, or from having, 1 or 2 staff members to multiple staff members, moving from 6 to 7 figures, or just moving from a stay-at-home company to maybe renting an office and taking your business to the next level, moving it from hobby to real business. So now that you're ready to scale and grow, you need to make sure that you have your foundation in place, because suddenly you're exposed to lawsuits and potential tax issues. You know, as you're growing, you're more on the radar.
Right.
And you could have potential insolvency issues, and you may miss out on a lucrative deal because you don't have your foundation in place. So when somebody comes and does due diligence to see if they want to buy your company or invest in your company, you're going to fail because you don't have those components in place. Right. And so what we do is help to figure out through our free assessment tool all the gaps that you have. And it is only free for a limited time. I'll repeat that, maybe through the end of the year. I haven't really decided yet. I'm actually creating a shorter version of the assessment to make that permanently free, so that we can move the assessment to a simple, $29.99 paid version. What that means is that we have created this algorithm-driven tool that scores your vulnerability and your risk exposure, and then we offer a free it's going to be $29.99, but we offer a strategy session to discuss what that score looks like. And then we develop a professional resource strategic plan to figure out at a deeper dive into your business what the gaps are and how to fill them, and create an implementation strategy for that. It sounds complicated, but we simplify it. So in other words, based on your budget and your priorities, we figure out how to implement and introduce the professionals onto your team that you need to get the things done so you can scale.
Right.
So, and then we fulfill all of your requirements and get your gaps and your holes plugged.
I love that.
Thank you.
So tell us now a little bit about this freebie, because I think it's definitely something that everybody's going to need to jump in and grab right away.
So there's two offers that I'm going to make, and that's because today, whoever's listening, and when this is broadcast, if you access the assessment through me, and we should speak, Amie, about my affiliate program, which I'd love you to be a part of, especially since you have a podcast. So I'm going to email you separately about that, because I have an ambassador/affiliate program that would be amazing to have you participate in. Also, Amie, have you done the assessment?
I haven't taken it yet. I have it up on my screen though.
Okay, awesome. Because I would love you to do that, because I think that then we can really collaborate, because I'm all about collaboration. So my free offers. So there's two. The first is your 7 secrets to scale up success, which is basically talking about setting up a business plan and which corporate entity you need and all of the basics. And it's available at www.scaleupcheckup.net. So scaleupcheckup.net, and you download that free report. It's a great report, and it's absolutely free. There's no obligation. And I prepared it, so it's got some legal stuff in there that's going to really help you. And it's in pretty simple, straightforward language for everybody to love, hopefully. The other freebie is the assessment itself, which is available at scaleupcheckup.com/assessment. So that's the assessment itself, which once Amie does it, she'll be able to tell you how amazing it is. It's really great. And everybody that does it says two things. One, it makes them think. And two, it really opened their eyes to a lot of different things. And they were very intrigued by the score. You'll get a scored report and access to my calendar or the calendar of the person who shared that with you. So those are my freebies. And I would love to help each and every one of you that's listening, especially mompreneurs, who are one of my prime target markets, because that's what I am, and helping you to find the time to get the things done that you need by saving you money and time on accessing the professionals in our pros network.
Awesome. And then, so some of these other mompreneurs out there and female entrepreneurs, they can network with you. They can get your legal resources, but they can also team up with you to affiliate and offer these resources with their clients as well.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. I'm all about collaboration, and my model is built on a shared revenue model. So it's super cool. And I would love to hear from those of you that are listening to the podcast or members of your group, Amie, that are interested in another opportunity to share this, which is very unique, because very few people are actually providing this foundational, structural, legal, compliance, risk stuff. It's just not that fun. So it's kind of like I'm a legal advisor coach. And so I can really help you to help your businesses and provide them with this value-added resource that's available, and you can make money in the process. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. And everybody always talks about, and I get asked so many times, like, what are your multiple streams of income? You guys, this is, Lauren is offering you guys, one, a useful tool, and two, an additional stream of income, because once you get her services in place and you love it, then people are going to be like, oh, how did you do this? How did you do that? And you just tell them, oh, call Lauren and she'll take care of you. So that's a really great way, collaborating with other people and working with one another. That is a really good way to bring in those additional streams of incomes that everybody seems to be racking their brains over. How can I do this? How can I get that extra stream? What does it even mean to have an extra stream? Like, I have this one business. Where do these extra streams you keep talking about come from? This, you guys, is the perfect way to go about that. By, networking with and collaborating with other women, who you're supporting another mom and she's supporting you. And it's just, I don't know, it's magic.
Yes. It's a win-win. Oh my God. It's amazing. Like, I really love helping. It's like, I'm a single mom. Okay. I mean, it's not that I only help single moms, believe me, but I think that at the end of the day, moms get moms. Yeah. And like balancing, like somebody asked me today for a meeting next Thursday at 4, and I get my son Thursdays at 3:15. I go, is there any other time that day you can do it? Any other time? And it's a super important meeting. But you know what? On Thursdays, he's done school early. Tomorrow I have to go to Tampa. And like, I was going to take him with me to CEO Space and have him, he's come to so many conferences with me. He's 8, and have him tag along and listen and learn. And I was like, oh my God, you don't get as much done when your kid's there, no matter what. Right.
Right.
And people don't want to sit with you the same way. They're not going to have a drink and sit and talk and collaborate and build business. So it's a whole different thing. So I get it. I understand we're all challenged with time, and that's why I'm building this. And I'd love for those of you that offer B2B services to be a part of it. And I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you. So feel free. And Amie, this is how I'm going to do it with you, just to put it out there. I'm going to wait for you to please do the assessment, and then you're going to access my calendar. But once I receive your assessment, I'm going to share the collaborative opportunity with you so we can figure out how to get you as an affiliate, which I'd love.
Amazing. Amazing. I appreciate that. That is you guys, again, this is such a great opportunity. And I can't stress enough, and obviously Lauren probably can't stress enough, the importance of having certain things in your business really taken care of from a legal aspect. That's, being GDPR compliant at a bare minimum, as well as just operating your business in a way that you're protected.
Right.
So there's so many different things and there's so many different reasons, but this is one of those, I like to call it, like your back office stuff, like the unsexy part of your business, but it's crucial. This and like taxes and accounting, they're crucial elements that, we don't always love to talk about, but they're so important.
Yes, so important. And let's not avoid them and put our heads in the sand, because you know what, at the end of the day, it's kind of like pretending that when we pretend that we're not feeling well, if we just get more sick, right?
Right.
So let's deal with the issue. Let's nip it in the bud. Let's get it done, and let's move on so you can scale up. Because I'm going to tell you what happens. And I have a client like this right now who has paid no attention to their foundation, and now they have this opportunity to sign a huge contract with a huge company that everybody would know, and that company isn't willing to sign an agreement until they get all these things in place, because they aren't really ready to fulfill on the agreement, because they don't have their stuff organized. So right. Here they're missing out, and they're going to have to wait a month for this huge money to come in because they didn't look after their store. When I speak, I talk about building your dream house on a sinkhole. We don't want to do that. So give me a chance to help you. I am here to facilitate the process and make it painless for you.
Yes, because that's one thing. Like, if you're not well-versed in the law, AKA being a licensed attorney, it's really just a guessing game. What you find on Google can get you in trouble.
Yep.
So, so I'm so glad that you joined us today. This is such a great opportunity, because I feel like everybody's clients need to be working, starting off on the right foot legally in their businesses, making sure they have the right contracts in place, making sure they have the right GDPR compliance issues, which is super important if you are, collecting email addresses.
And you will see, Amie, on my assessment, I'm sorry to interrupt you, that there is a GDPR question. on there talking about GDPR, because I think that those of us that are doing online business don't realize that as soon as you have somebody fill in your form or complete something or make a purchase from Europe, you are subject to GDPR. So you may as well be compliant.
Right. And it's coming to the US and Canada too. I mean,
yes, it is.
They're already reworking everything. There was that whole big thing earlier this year. So yeah, you might as well be compliant. But in order to do that, you have to get certain documents and certain other things into place. And it's not something that you can just go online and copy and paste, because that'll get you in trouble too.
Oh my gosh, please. It's worse than not doing anything. When I hear that, I was talking with a lawyer colleague of mine yesterday who specializes in helping online businesses, because so many people, and it's normal, just download forms or business plans, which is my core competency. I can do the best. We do amazing business plans, and probably everybody on here needs funding. So let's get you a business plan so you can get funding. Don't download something online and fill in the blanks. It will not be right, and you will not get the funding. You will just be, you'll be sent out of the bank or sent out of the funding opportunity. You may as well do it right the first time, because otherwise you're going to have to pay more to fix it later. That's my number one caveat.
Yes. And it's important, you guys. So awesome. Well, everybody make sure that you go over. I'm going right now and take the assessment, the Scale Up Checkup assessment. And just
scaleupcheckup.com/assessment.
Yep.
I know you'll put it in the link. So that's great.
Yes, it will. I'll have that right in the show notes. So all you have to do is click it and it'll take you right over to the assessment. See where you're at with it. Reach out to Lauren. See how she can help you. See
Absolutely.
how you guys can collaborate. And yes, be legal in your business. I know that sometimes, it's not always fun, or it's not always sexy. It's not always exciting to talk about some of these legal things. But let me just tell you, these are the things that it's so crucial to have in place. So definitely take care of that and just make sure you're compliant. You may be compliant and no big deal. That's great. But if you're not, let's see if we can't get you guys up to snuff and get you guys compliant. So Lauren,
exactly.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today and to share your super great offer with, I guess I should say offers with our audience. I am so super excited about this.
Well, so am I, Amie, and I can't wait to see your assessment and set up a call. And by the way, anybody that wants to speak with me before they do the assessment or is concerned about sharing information with me, even though I'm an attorney, that you can connect with me on Facebook, Lauren Cohen, or Scale Up Checkup, or LinkedIn. And I'm happy to spend a few minutes on the phone just discussing where you are and how we can best serve you.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so awesome.
Perfect. So I look forward to collaborating, Amie. I'm going to be waiting anxiously for your report.
All right, great. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.